Good morning. Okay, it's on. Happy February. We made it through January, some of us. My name is Kara Sight, and my pronouns are she, her. I serve as the legal counsel for the church, and I also am on the Board of Trustees filling a vacancy. Today, my most important Thank you. Aw, thanks. Today, my most important responsibility is children's RE teacher. So I am dressed in jeans and sneakers because I got to chase some kids around. I'm a 47-year-old white American woman with shoulder-length orange hair wearing glasses. Our speakers provide visual descriptions to welcome people with visual impairments and those listening online. We are excited to be in community with you today. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and move to a seat in the middle of your section to leave aisle seats open for those with accessibility needs. If you're visiting for the first time, please stop by the welcome table to pick up a visitor gift with more information about our community. Look for the Getting to Know UU sign in Beach Hall after the service to learn more about our congregation. And everyone is welcome to chat with me or another board member after the service. Let's see, I have like a new announcement here to add. In honor of Black History Month, Don Merrill will be playing Black American composed R&B music in Beach Hall after the service, which sounds fun. In addition to that, there's a lot going on here at First UU. Please see the order of service. Oh, I don't have a copy with me, but you all probably have one, hopefully. Or this week's Sunday announcement email where you can read details about it all. And I especially want to make sure everyone knows that next week after worship, we're going to be holding the mid-year congregational meeting, where we're going to share information about church governance, discuss the vote to expand our board, and last but not least, have delicious snacks. I hope you all can make it. Thank you.
Stand and sing as you are able. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, in each other's eyes, and our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place.
Good morning. I am the Reverend Meg McGuire. I use she, her pronouns, and I am grateful to serve this congregation as an affiliated community minister. I'm a white woman in my mid-30s with shoulder-length blonde hair. I'm wearing a gray shirt and blue and green stole. We gather this morning on the stolen land of the Wyandotte, Miami, Seneca, Erie, Shawnee, Delaware, and Cayuga people, many of whom were forcibly removed from this land. We support the Native American Indian Center of Central Ohio in their Land Back campaign, and we know that we have more to do to be in true relationship and solidarity with this land and those indigenous to it.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm the Reverend Dr. Teresa Cooley. It's my privilege to serve you as your lead minister. I'm a woman in her early to mid-60s with white hair and almost, and a bass stole and a multicolored sweater and black glasses. My pronouns are she, her. Let us enter into the spirit of worship with these words by Andrea Hawkins Kemper. Blessed are we who gather with open hearts together in this space today. Blessed are we, the chalice lighters of resistance, justice, love, and faith. Blessed are we, the heretics, the outcasts, the walkers of our own way. Blessed are we, the border crossers, the refugees, the immigrants, the poor, the wanderers who are not lost. Blessed are we, the transgressors, the trespassers, the passersby, the cause takers, the defiant, the compliant. Blessed are we, the trans women, the trans men, the non-binary, the cisgender, the multigender, the no gender. Blessed are we who rise in solidarity. Blessed are we who cannot. Blessed are we who do not. Blessed are we, for this is our beloved community, and this is who we are. I'd like to invite any visitors among us to stand, only if you're willing. We don't want to out you completely, but we would love to greet you if you're willing to stand so that we can say good morning to you. Excellent. And now it's time for children to meet Amber in the back to prepare to bring in the light. Everyone else, please turn to your neighbors to introduce yourselves, especially our new people. It is now time. Okay, I know, we need it warm in here. That's good. It is now time for the children to bring in the light.
Thank you, Lincoln, for your help lighting our chalice. Good. Thank you, Lincoln, for your help lighting our chalice.
Our chalice lighting this morning is by Michelle Collins. This flame burns for the courage we find when fear makes sense. Not the absence of doubt, but the choice to act anyway. We light it for those who speak when silence feels safer, and those who act when invisibility beckons.
One more time. Thank you, Lincoln, for your help lighting our chalice. Good morning. I'm Tara Mullins-Cosme. My pronouns are she, they. I'm pleased to serve as a member of your Board of Trustees. I'm in my 40s, have light skin and eyes, curly dark hair that my children are reminding me is becoming less dark these days, and glasses. Today's story is called Come With Me, written by Holly McGee and illustrated by Pascal Lemaitre, maybe. All over the world, the news told and told and retold of anger and hatred, people against people. And the little girl was frightened by everything she heard and saw and felt. She asked her papa if there was something she could do to make the world a better place. Her papa said, "Come with me." Hand in hand, they walked out the door to the subway. Waiting there on the platform, her papa tipped his hat to those he met. So the little girl did too. They rode the train through the tunnels underground. The girl and her papa were brave and kind, and that day they won a tiny battle over fear for themselves and for the people of the world. The news kept telling of anger and hatred, and the little girl asked her mama what she could do to make the world a better place. Her mama said, "Come with me." They went to their grocery store to buy some things for dinner, because one person doesn't represent a family or a race or the people of a land. Her mama cooked, and the girl set the table piece by piece as she'd always done. Plate in the middle, knife and spoon to the right, fork on the left, napkin by its side, water glass. The little girl sat with her mama and her papa, and they ate together. Her dog nuzzled her under the table. She scratched his head. I want to do something of my own, she said. Can I walk the dog? Her parents looked at each other, and they looked at their child. They let her go and sent a message to the world. They would not live in fear. And when the little girl opened the door, the boy across the hall opened his door too. Where are you going? He asked. The little girl said, come with me, because two people together are stronger than one. The girl, the boy, and the dog were happy to be out. One step at a time, they understood what they could do to make the world a better place. They could go on, brave, gentle, strong, and kind to one another and all living things. As tiny as it was, their part mattered to the world, and your part matters too. Come with me. The end. When the news reports are full of scary things, a kiddo asks her parents what they can do to make the world a better place. In fearful times, we are called to respond with courage and with love for our wider community and all those who are a part of it. Please remain seated with hands over your hearts as we sing number 413, Go Now in Peace, to sing our beloved children back to their families and out to class.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the Lord of all surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the Spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
The February collections for Share the Plate will benefit the diverse and revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Multicultural Ministries, better known as DRUM. DRUM is the oldest and largest Unitarian Universalist people of color ministry and anti-racist community organization based in North America. It's an organization affiliated with the UUA, which leads efforts toward becoming an anti-racist, anti-oppressive, multicultural UUA. And I have many colleagues of color who would not make it in our ministry without DRUM supporting them in this work. Every year, DRUM puts on a yearly public worship service, and last year, First UU had the opportunity to sponsor and participate in that service on June 15th. We plan to sponsor it this year as well. In addition to passing the basket, you can text to give, scan the QR code, or visit firstUColumbus.org/donate. Thank you for your generosity. The ushers will now receive the offering.
Our pastoral listener today is Pat Snyder, who's here in the middle. You can see Pat there. If you've got something on your mind or your heart, Pat will be available after the service in Beach Hall and happy to listen. We have some joys and sorrows from our community to share this morning and hold together. And there will be several caring cards available to sign in Beach Hall after the service. We send our congratulations to Carol Lee and Dan Noonan, as well as their son Dan and daughter-in-law Leoria. Their grandchild, Poppy Helen, was born. This is their first grandchild, so congratulations to Carol Lee and Dan. We send healing thoughts to Deb Cannon's partner, who is in the hospital with serious health issues. Deb asks that you hold them both in your thoughts, but would not like any phone calls or visits at this time. We also send healing thoughts to Reverend Amanda Hayes. Amanda had surgery on January 22nd to remove cancerous lymph nodes. The surgery went well, and she's resting and feeling deep appreciation for friends and family and community. Amanda welcomes well wishes and questions about her emotional well-being, but does ask that you not inquire about medical details. You can find more information on Amanda's Caring Bridge. And we hold Victoria Yankovic and her partner Rebecca in our hearts. Rebecca's father experienced a medical emergency on January 10th. And is now home in hospice care. He and his family appreciate any prayers, well wishes, or positive energy sent their way. May we hold all this in our hearts. I invite you to join me in the spirit of prayer or meditation with these words from the poet Mark Nepo. This is the thing about the unwanted passages that change us. At first, the ambulance in our mind races for a way out. But after the alarm fades, we can see what's broken in us and around us. It's then we stop trying to get back to what was before. That world is gone. Then, in clumps, we leave our plans and grievances on the side of the road to free our hands for what we need to get to tomorrow. And we grow simple. And as we crest the ridge we didn't know was there, we cry at the powerful beauty of it all. It's then that our inner eye relaxes, and we realize that the storm is just a tunnel of air tossing us into the center of life.
Thank you, choir. Our reading this morning comes from Rabbi Danya Ruttenberg. During these times of terror and fury, as we see once again what happens when authoritarian governments try to suppress justified dissent, as we remember the bravery demanded in showing up for freedom and one another, sometimes we need to access places bigger than nihilistic sound bites. Even as so much of what's happening right now is devastation, heartbreak, rage, or because of it. We must all have ways to hold that devastation and fury. A minute here, a minute there. Oh, there's an hour. Good. If we don't make space for those emotions, they will take charge in unhelpful ways. More to the point, once we release some feelings, we may have some capacity for action. Because we must take action, that is not debatable, but we must also have capacity. Write the words you need, paint them, whisper them to the clouds, weep them into the snow, or leave them at the gym punching bag. But be clear about what you're doing. Release something from your heart, lifted. Take a deep breath. Now, though, let's all take a deep, deep breath. Notice all the layers of emotion you might be having about this. The terror, the rage, the despair, the helplessness. Just notice. The great lie is that we're separate from one another. The lie that hate is logical, that stealing human beings or hurling billets makes sense, is related to the lie that we're separate from all of the earth and all things. However you do it, find a way to lift something up from your heart today and remember all the ways in which we are connected. Our meditative hymn is number 1015 in your teal hymnal, I Know I Can. Please remain seated.
Though days be dark with storms and burdens weigh my heart, though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on when sorrow heals my soul and burdens make me strong. The troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. My sister in my hand, my heart, my brother in my song. The troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. And though the journey is long,
I know what it feels like to face an armed enforcement officer in riot gear with machine guns. I've told this story before, but after Michael Brown was murdered, I went to Ferguson, Missouri to participate in a multi-faith clergy gathering, a demonstration against police violence. We were marching peacefully, but at some point, some unknown signal was given, and the police started surging forward, throwing my colleagues to the ground, chasing them through the plaza, and arresting them. Clergy marching peacefully. I managed to elude the officer who came at me, and I ended up in a pressing mob pushing against the barricades. I've never been so terrified in my life. But what happened next restored my courage. We started singing. Protest songs, spirituals, anything that we thought everyone would know in common. And it made me feel a part of something much larger than myself. A magnificent and diverse body of people who came together in the name of justice and stood together in the face of violence. It could have ended very badly, but it started pouring down rain, and that seemed to dampen everyone's spirits, even the police, and we dejectedly walked away. So I know something of what it feels like to face people, that what the people in Minnesota and now Maine and other places are facing. I know something, but I don't know everything. Not by a long shot. I was able to walk off of that plaza in Ferguson and go back to my safe and secure life. I don't have my neighbors snatched from their homes. I don't have everything around me turned into a war zone. I don't have friends who were murdered right beside me. Even watching from a distance makes me feel enraged and powerless and full of grief and despair. The poet Mark Nepo, who wrote our meditation today, also wrote this. We can see that more and more violence has been erupting all over the world, violence everywhere, in our streets, in our homes, in our airports, in our grocery stores. Like you, like everyone, I don't know what to do with this. It's heartbreaking. When we are cut off and adrift, we go numb. For me, particularly, it's very frustrating not to be able to participate in protest, to not join my colleagues who honored the call to go to Minneapolis last week. Almost 1,000 of them did so. So I've been searching for things that I can do, that many of us can do, that can help break us out of this stone-like shell that seems to descend upon us when we feel so powerless. Because something must be done, and we must find a way, or many ways, to participate. My colleague Larry Pierce recently wrote, Martin Luther King Jr. pointed out that the real surprise for Rip Van Winkle, after awakening from his 2-decade slumber, was that he had slept through a revolution. Sleeping during a revolution can and does happen to us in so many ways in ordinary life. Even though these are not as extreme as Rip Van Winkle's 2-decade slumber, these incidents may still have, in the end, the same effect. For if we don't awaken now to the moment that we are in, we are not fully participating in this critical moment, this great turning, this shift in global consciousness that wants to occur in us and through us. So let me be clear, it's not that we are doing nothing. We help feed and clothe close to 100 people who fear leaving their homes in case they are snatched from the streets. We provide financial assistance for immigrants applying for asylum. Many of us participate in marches. Many of us help create ice out packets to distribute. Many of us work with area congregations through the Bread Organization to agitate for change on a number of fronts in Columbus. Many of us do all of this and more. In a moment, I'll be talking about ways that we can do some things, but for now, I want to spend some time talking about what we can do for our spirits. Reverend Marco, your minister emeritus, and I were texting the other night about how seminary simply does not prepare you to write sermons like this. I've certainly had to do services at critical and terrible times. I had to conduct a memorial service for the approximately 250 people from the firm Marsh McLennan who were killed on 9/11. I've had to preach after wars were begun and armed insurrectionists invaded the Capitol, and such minor things like the COVID crisis. None of these things prepared me for what I think that we are facing now, which I believe is a fundamental breakdown of American values. I don't often agree with David Brooks, though lately I seem to more and more. His goodbye column in the New York Times that was printed on Friday offers an example of why I have come to respect him. What he was bemoaning is the breakdown that I mentioned. He says this: "We've become a sadder, meaner, and more pessimistic country. Only 13% of young adults believe the country is headed in the right direction. 69% of Americans say they do not believe anymore in the American dream. Loss of faith produces a belief in nothing." But, he continues, "Despite what the cynics say, I still believe that we're driven not only by the selfish motivations, but also by the moral ones. The desire to pursue some good, the desire to cooperate, to care for one another, and to belong." Brooks turns to a famous quote from Reinhold Niebuhr for inspiration. "Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope. Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we are saved by love." One of the things that impresses me the most when I hear about what's happening in Minneapolis is the way in which people show up for each other. Not only are they taking to the streets, but they're picking up other kids from school, sometimes kids they don't even know. A nursing mother took her own milk to an infant whose mother was taken. They organize, they mourn together, and they pick up the pieces where they can. I think this happens not only because they already had the experience of George Floyd's murder, which brought about wide-scale organizing of protests, but also because, I believe, it is a city of diverse neighborhoods where people get to know one another, people who are different from themselves, and call them neighbor. In a piece from The Atlantic yesterday talking about Minneapolis, Gal Beckerman wrote, "This is not a history of people practicing politics or fighting a regime. It is, in fact, humanistic. These are people not looking to replace one governing order or ideology with another. They are fighting an incursion, reacting to a violation of humanity and deciding to do something about it. This leads me back to David Brooks, who also said, "True humanism is the antidote to nihilism. Humanism is anything that upholds the dignity of each person. It is any endeavor that deepens our understanding of the human heart, any effort to realize external spiritual values in our time and circumstances, any gesture that makes other people feel seen, heard, respected." One would almost think that Brooks had become a Unitarian Universalist. But I must admit that we Unitarian Universalists do not hold a corner on humanistic values. Every religious tradition has some version of these sentiments. Non-religious people are as capable of making them manifest as religious people. As Beckerman implies, what is happening now is not intrinsically political. It is deeply, deeply human. And remembering what it means to be human is what will lead us past this crisis into something truly revolutionary. Witnessing the incredible acts of courage on display gives me hope, absolutely. But it has also been helpful for my spirits to simply observe normal human kindness, like we heard about in our Time for All Ages this morning. While in a grocery store parking lot the other day, a woman noticed that I was using a cane and she offered to help me load my groceries into my car. My next door neighbor, whom I hardly ever talked to, shoveled my front sidewalk after the storm. And when I thanked him via text, his response was, "What else can I do for you?" And he had no idea about my knee surgery. I think we need to go back to these building blocks of humanity to get us through this. My favorite Lutheran minister, Nadia Bowles-Weber, wrote this recently: "None of us can carry it all, and yet each of us can carry a bit, something, a mountain or a morsel, a whole community or just a wee corner of the world that fits into our hands. None of us are equipped for all of it, but each of us is equipped for some of it." She goes on to tell this story. "My best friend lives in the Twin Cities and told me that last week ice was setting up in the parking lot behind a Lutheran church, not realizing that there was a quilting circle in there. You know how those quilting circles are. The women in the quilting circle went outside and confronted them, asking if they were proud of what they were doing, and suggested that if so, they should go set themselves up in front where everyone could see them. They left. Another of my favorite Christian ministers, Barbara Brown Taylor, wrote this wonderful reflection on the parable of the sower recently. She said, when she was a new gardener, she was incredibly anxious about whether she was doing it right, until she remembered some wisdom from the Bible, like this: the earth produces of itself first the stalk, then the head, then the full grain in the head. And she thought, the earth does this automatically? Maybe I could check my sense of indispensability and let some air out of my tires. And after the recent freeze in Georgia where she lives, she was bemoaning the disaster that her garden had become, until she noticed a tiny little hyacinth still in its original pot that she never got around to planting. It was hidden under the leaves of something that was dying of frostbite. But there it was, putting off a sturdy little shoot and a spark of purple blossom. She took this lesson from it. You do what you can as generously as you can. Then you go home with an empty sack and a light heart because you're not in this alone. You have partners, both seen and unseen, who work while you sleep, leaving love notes hidden in purple blossoms to remind you that they're here and they will be back. As much as you might like more than that, the promise that nothing will be lost, that every seed will come to full fruition, that's not how the garden grows. It grows in the earth where you cannot see everything that's happening. Your job is to do your job, leaving open the possibility that it's only part of the job, and you never have to do it alone. Unless we think that only Christian ministers have all the wisdom, we can turn to the Buddhist practitioner George Saunders, who reminds us of these basic precepts. You're not permanent. You're not the most important thing. But you are not separate. It may seem like that last one is the best news, but I think the first two are equally ennobling because they help remind us that we are never fully in control, which means that we can let go of our perfectionist tendencies. I'm preaching to myself here. And just get on with doing what we can, letting the seeds grow if they will. And this from Unitarian Universalist Jake Morrill. I don't know the exact strategies that will fix the big problems we face or heal the wounds, but I think faith communities and other artistic communities can be about falling in love again with each other and with the earth, bearing witness to beauty even in the wreckage, and taking up the discipline of rehumanization. If our hearts get stirred up like that, if we let beauty tug us out of our stupor, we would be moved to fight for what we love, tenaciously and tenderly, like something precious might even at the last hour have a chance of being saved. So I have realized that I've spent most of this sermon quoting other people. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, especially because I don't believe I have any corner on wisdom. But I wanted to share all those things with you because they helped my spirit at this time. They were things that I most needed to hear for my own restless spirit. There are, in fact, many things that we can do in addition to protesting. You can collect for Read and Feed this week. You can contribute to any number of immigrant justice organizations, whether by volunteering or giving funds. You can call or write your legislators over and over and over again. There are many other things that I could list, but that's not the primary point of this sermon. We're going to be posting some action opportunities in the newsletter this next week. But primarily, I think what we can do is be a community that not only loves one another, but that also loves our neighbors. To bring to fruition all of the values that we espouse each Sunday. To live our faith out loud. To take time in between these things to nurture our spirit so that we don't burn out completely, as our reading from Rabbi Rutenberg reminded us. To feel the connection between the whole human family as tangibly as we feel one another. I am, as always, full of gratitude to be a part of this community. This community of loving, giving, faithful souls who care so deeply about others in the world who are devastated. We feel, we mourn, we weep, we grieve, and ultimately, we get moving. Amen. Our final hymn is number 1015 in your teal hymnal. No, it's not. It's number 170 in our gray hymnal. We are a gentle, angry people.
We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are young together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are young and old together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a land of many colors, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a land of many colors, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
Please take the hand of someone close to you or place your hand over your heart if you have a cold, particularly. Do it that way. I know the order of service said that this is a piece from Adrienne Marie Brown, but I came across this other piece from my colleague Megan Lyons, which seemed to speak to me. The work seems endless, but we are not. Help us honor the cycle, the surge, the setback, the pause. Teach us to rest without guilt, to act without self-righteousness, to remember that resistance too lives in laughter, in tenderness, in song. May this gathering refill what the world drains from us, so we can return again to the work, still imperfect, still alive, still willing. Amen. Go in peace. Let's extinguish our chalice together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of vision as we go forth. Let us heal and transform ourselves and our world through reason and love.